This is Higher Maths, it's practice paper E. We're looking at question 21 in the non-calculator paper. A line joins the points P and Q. Okay, we're given the coordinates to the points. Find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of PQ. So let's have a look and see what we're trying to do. So if I was trying to get the perpendicular bisector, what I would be looking at doing is finding out probably where half of this is. So say I think about half of that line, so I'm going to look at trying to work out a midpoint of that line, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go at right angles to that, and what I'll be looking for is working out the equation of this line here. So that's at right angles to that there. So that would be the perpendicular bisector that I'm interested in. So that's the equation that I'm interested in here. But I'm going to do it through algebra. Right, let's find the midpoint first of all. So the midpoint of PQ is going to be equal to, so let's go for, take the mean of the x coordinates and the mean of the y coordinates. From there, what I'd get is I've got minus 1, minus 2. So that would be that point there, that would be minus 1, minus 2 sitting there, and that there is the midpoint of PQ. Then what I would do is I'd work out the gradient of PQ, so let's go for that. Gradient of PQ, and remember that's just y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. From there I've got minus 7 minus 3, and I've got 2 minus 4, just using our coordinates up above. Okay, so that'll work out to be minus 10 on the top, 6, so that'll give me, simplified down, minus 5 over 3. So to get that's the gradient of PQ. To get the perpendicular gradient, what I'll do there is I'll just go for flipping that gradient over, and I'll change the sign. So instead of it being a negative, I'll change it to positive. And remember that's since gradient 1 times gradient 2 equals minus 1. That would be for perpendicular gradients. All that's left to do now is to substitute what I've found into the equation of a straight line. So let's substitute the gradient that we've worked out, the perpendicular gradient, which is 3 over 5, and we're substituting the midpoint in, so that's the point that we're going to use, and we'll put that into the general equation of a straight line. Y minus b equals mx minus a. Right, so I know that that's going to be my A point, that's going to be my B, and that's my gradient there, okay? So that's A there, and that's B. Right, so y minus, and that will be minus 2, is equal to my gradient, which is 3 over 5, x minus, and we'll have a minus 1 sitting in there as well. So let me just tidy this up about here, so that would be, so I'll probably get the mark straight from there. Let's multiply it out just to take it that bit further. So if I'm trying to get rid of the 5 that's on the bottom here, I'm going to multiply the other side by 5. 5y plus 10. Now what I'll do is I'll multiply this side out by the top, which is the 3, so that would be 3x plus 3. And if I had to just gather it to one side, what I'll do is I'll gather them all onto the right hand side to give me the x being positive. So that would be 3x minus 5y, bringing the 10 over, being minus 7, and that would be the question complete. Right, what we've got here is we've got 4 marks for this question. I'm going to get 1 mark for getting the midpoint, 1 mark for getting the gradient of PQ, 1 mark for the perpendicular gradient, and we'll get 1 mark for writing down the equation of the straight line, the perpendicular bisector. Okay, that's out of 4 marks, and that's us done.